Hello, brother. How are your views on mainstream education?
Okay, that's a good question, and I'll say I subscribe to the non-affirmative action on the relevance or the significance of mainstream education. In my view, I think the mainstream education has lost its relevance, has lost its power due to the fact that it kinda indoctrinates students, it kinda indoctrinates people in terms of their view or what they educate or the kind of books, the kind of philosophy or ideology which they believe in. Because let's say an institution or a country believes in capitalism, definitely the students are not taught anything related to socialism. The same is otherwise. So the point I'm trying to make, I can say mainstream education is creating academic dwarfs, people who cannot reason for themselves, the cognitive reasoning that they are installing in students, and this done at a larger scale where 200 of thousands of students, they're getting this education and they just believe that whatever the lecturers tell them, whatever the university teach them is all there is. But we are not given the room or the space to question everything, to be inquisitive, and to have to interrogate the system, to interrogate the structures, and to interrogate the epistemology. So here's the point that I want to make. I can say that mainstream education is actually creating the middle class, which we call the proletariat, and this working class, I can say, in a realistic manner or in a way not to insult, I can say the middle class is actually decorated poor men, because I realize that the mainstream education cannot give you the ability or the chance or the opportunity to think beyond or to think outside the box. And we do not even need to think outside the box because we do not know who brought the box. So I think it's better to think without the box, but they actually give us a box and they say and they tell us that think outside the box. So the point, mainstream education, I can say I do not believe in it. And mainstream education, definitely they have an agenda to say the world should believe in this way and this is what we are supposed to submit to. So I'm submitting to the world, or I'm submitting to us, that I think it's better to challenge mainstream education, because if you look at the founders or the largest entrepreneurs or people who have come up with great ideas, people who have got great companies, the way they viewed mainstream education, most of them, they left university, the likes of Elon Musk, those people, they realized that mainstream education is not there to change the world, is there to make us slaves, is there to make us submit to the current situation, submit to tradition and orthodox, and that's how it is parachronistic and in such an absurd way. So I can say we do not need this mainstream education. It's better to be self-educated, to get self-education at home, or maybe you can learn on YouTube, something like that. So these are some of my contentions about mainstream education. And yeah, I think mainstream education is more for us to just confirm I get the degree, but I do not have the reasoning to question their philosophy or their ideology. I think that's all I can say about mainstream education. Thank you for that question.